Well, and this season kind of caps off a busy offseason for this acquisition caps off a busy
Yeah.
offseason for the Rockies. And you mentioned Mike Dunn, also Ian Desmond. What did they do? Did they do enough in order to compete and to be a team that's going to be able to make it into the playoffs and beyond?
Well, they should be a competitive club. They had a horrendous bullpen last year, so addressing that was a must, and they've done that now with Holland and Dunn. And again, there's upside there with Ottavino, and they got a nice young rotation group. Obviously, the lineup is going to produce runs. We know that, and that's why the Ian Desmond signing, as strange as it was, just from a financial standpoint, and giving up the draft pick. They don't need him to be a prototypical first base bat. I think they're highly dependent on his athleticism. Is a big deal for them. But my only concern with this club is the rotation good enough? I mean, it's got a lot of young upside to it. Tyler Anderson had a nice year for them as a rookie. John Gray, could be a potential stud. He could be that ace they've been looking for basically their entire history. But I would have personally, if it's my club or my team I'm rooting for, yeah, I'd prefer they have one bankable veteran starter in there. But we know the difficulty of moving into Coors Field as it is. They like the idea of grooming their own starters and grooming them to the conditions and going about things that way, because they've obviously had a lot of past acquisitions blow up in their face externally. So I understand that, but so we'll see. Are they good enough to contend with the Dodgers and the Giants in the West? I don't know if they're to that point, but it could be a club that is good enough to have a winning record, which, as we know in baseball, could be enough to contend for a wild card